Okay, so a news that the House of Rep members and the National Assembly members, which are the senators, are trying to cut their salaries by 50% for a period of 6 months, all in a bid or in a disguise, which I am calling a scam, to appeal to the Nigerian youth not to go for that with their protest, will not work. You see, these politicians, so many times, they want to take us for a ride. They think we are fools. They think they can just come out with all these their political gimmicks, tantrums, and maybe they will use that to work over us. They said they were going to cut their own costs of salaries or whatever it is. That okay, let us reduce our salary by 50%. No, that is not what we are demanding for. What we are demanding for is way beyond that. In fact, my own personal demand, okay, and I believe this is the majority demand our youths are asking for, is these politicians must not go ahead with this their medical tourism, educational tourism, whereby they send their wards, their children to foreign schools. Whenever they need even injection, they say they are going to USA, starting from the president down to the smallest of local government chairman. That is our demand. We are asking for a holistic reform in the political class. These guys, we are not demanding for a 50% cut in your wage and salaries. No. We are demanding that you are paid a minimum wage. Because how can you guys just sit down there, you get paid millions of naira just because you sit down and you're all saying nay, yay, yet we don't even know who's saying the yay, who's saying the nay. There's no accountability. There's no any form of transparency. Even in the legislative arm of government, in a democracy, it is unbelievable. In Kenya, that we saw what is going on there, all the members of the parliament, their names are being enlisted. The way they vote, there's a transparent system that shows how you vote for every bill, for every motion that is passed. Whatever you say, you are held accountable for it. So this high level of opaqueness that we have in the National Assembly of Nigeria, that is what we are stopping. That is, we are calling end to that. And that is part of end bad governance in Nigeria. Enough is enough. Tinubu, who just go out there seeking for another supplementary bill, an addition of 6 trillion. Oh my goodness, 6 trillion. In addition to over 23 trillion budget, even when we are not even done with the year, but just in July, the 7th month, nothing tangible can be said you have done with the bill, with the budget of 2024, and you're asking for another one. And Senator Akpabio is saying that the National Assembly is yours to do anything you like, you do with it. So now the National Assembly is at the whims and caprices of the President Tinubu. How on earth will democracy work when the arm of government that is expected to checkmate, to bring in what we call check and balances, to take away the aristocracy tendencies of the executive arm away, when they are not but a stooge and a rubber stamp of the executive arm of government? So we, the Nigerian youth, we have decided, yes, we have decided that, listen, all these emergencies, palliatives, or should I say tokenisms, was it not the other day we heard that the president has issued or has ordered the release of 20 trucks to each state? Now today we just hear such stories. We are not fools. Listen, we have come of age. We have actually outgrown all those gimmicks. It's not going to work. You know what? Guess what, people? When we lose our fear, they lose their power. And these are just minor majorities. These guys are not even up to 2,000. When we hit the streets, we demand, and we have to be resilient. We persevere. We're not going to live there. Food, water, everything. Don't be surprised. These things will be provided. Will be provided, because I know our diasporans, our Nigerians who are in diaspora, even the local ones, will actually come. They'll come forth. They'll come forth. But again, where are the celebrities? Where are the likes of David Doe, Whiskey, Burna Boy? Where is our voices in all this? Oh, they are now deaf, right? They cannot hear that Nigerian people are complaining that the economy is very bad. I remember one of the One of the artists wanted to host a show I think last year, December, and they were calling a ticket around 100,000 naira per person. They had to cancel it. They had to cancel it because, it don't touch everybody. Where's the money? Why would I go for a show just for how many hours? Let's say 3, 4 hours of my time, and I'm going to give you 100K per ticket. This is why most of them are. They are not. You can see they are not hosting shows. How many shows was held during the Salah period? How many events was held? Nobody. We know how these things work. The only let me tell you, the only sector that is moving in Nigeria today is the religious sector. Here and there, you see them holding worship conventions, congresses. The Muslims will do their own, the Christians will do their own. These are the people who are only benefiting from this system today. Because they know the Nigerians who are still religiously gullible will go out there, work hard for their money, and then they bring 10% tithe. There are all manners of blackmail they use against our people. We've all been victims. Let my relationship with God is personal. Don't tell me what is right for my God. It's my God. I will worship my God the best way I can. We all have equal access to him. So why this brainwashing? And that is a problem that we've always had in Africa, in Nigeria as a whole, whereby some dishonest men of God are being sponsored by political class. Was it not recently we heard that the clerics in the north are being paid 16 million? So that these clerics were just running helter skelter, trying to explain themselves. They asked them, did you collect 16 million or not? They couldn't even deny it. They couldn't say yes or no. And they were all out trying to brainwash the northerners that protest is an haram. Show me in the Quran where they said protest is an haram. Show me in the Quran or in the Hadith or whatever, any verse that says for you to speak up for good governance, it's an abomination. It's religiously rejected or repelled. No way, no way. Jesus Christ, the Christians, follow, was a great protester. In fact, he was a man who even respected the government and who demanded best from the government. So we the people must stop this religious fanaticism, because I know that is one angle they'll bring forth. Okay, that's one angle they want to use against the Nigerian people. And the Nigerian people must reject every form of such blackmail. Any form of religious blackmail must be rejected and avoided by all means. They will use their tribal another tactic they've perfected is using the tribal sentiment, saying that the Igbos will not be allowed to vote in the Yoruba land. The Yoruba guys will not protest against Tinubu. The Hausas did not protest against Buhari. So it is sheer hypocrisy. That is none of your business. We are Nigerians. We are saying that we are Nigerians first. We are Nigerians first, and we who are Nigerian first are in the majority. Yes. There are so many countries that are not as resourcefully blessed as Nigeria. So many countries out there, the likes, look at Japan. How much resources does Japan has? Look at Ivory Coast, Cotonou. These are all countries that are still economically stable. They still have consistent power supply. We saw how beautiful the Nations Cup was in Ivory Coast. We've lost our reputation amongst Committee of Nations, even in West Africa. When the likes of Burkina Faso and Mali they don't shiver anymore when they see Nigerians' presence, then you must know that there's something heavily wrong with us, whereby we, the Nigerian people, are the ones suffering it. Because let me say I want to go for vacation, or I want to go for educational, scholarships or tourism or whatever the case is. They just look at me and they say, no, 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 no. Look at what Dubai of recent said. Dubai is asking us to have almost 650,000 for visa. Dubai, God, Dubai that once came to Nigeria for a loan of $10 million. We didn't even give them. Now Dubai, we are now at the mercy of Dubai, for God's sake. So our national assemblies, you don't think this is going to work on us. No, no, no. Come on, guys. What we want is simple, and they are not rocket science. Our demands are clear. They are concise. They are not out of reach. You guys are extremely rich already. What we are demanding is You all will be paid your own minimum wage. Yes, we'll have a class of minimum wage for the National Assembly members or the legislative arm of government. The president, the vice president, the governors, all of you guys, you need to work for the people. Even we, the people, we don't want anarchy. We love this country so much. We don't want anarchy. But when a man is hungry, my friend, you cannot ask them how they should react. You cannot tell them, or you try to compel them. Yeah, yes, I know you're hungry. They'll just keep. No, it's not gonna work. Because I know most of you can't even fast for 6 hours. I know most of you cannot do that. But then you watch your Nigerian people beg in their own fatherland and motherland. How is this possible? But thank God, thankfully, our eyes have opened the skill that these guys, or should I say, whatever they've used to compel our minds all along since 1999 is now coming off, is fading off, and we, the people, the millennials and the Gen Zs, are ready to speak up. You're not going to try and distract us with Big Brother Niger or Premiership. I mean, those are things coming from well-doing nations. England is perfectly doing well. South Africa is perfectly doing well. So, but Nigeria is not doing well. So we cannot be their biggest customer base. We cannot be their biggest patronizers when we know that our own house is burning. We don't even have free. Our children cannot access free meal. A nation that is the sixth largest producer of crude oil in the world cannot afford to give one meal per day to all its kids. No free medicals, no free primary health centers that are effective, no public schools. For God's sake, it's just annoying that we Nigerians, we have to suffer and beg for what we deserve even in our own country. And this is why people, when they go to other countries, they see how things are done. There's no partisanship. Everything works effectively. There are systems everywhere. Oh my goodness. Yes, enough is enough, and we are going to go out there protest. So whatever the National Assembly like they do, it's a scam. We don't trust you. We will not accept that your hypocrisy that we cut out. You think tell you will be mumu? Our mumu don't do. Okay. Then in another news, those Labour Congress, NLC, those ones are always used by the government to confuse the people. Can you imagine the NLC that we, the Nigerian people, are demanding on their behalf a minimum wage of at least 250,000, are already kneeling down to or agreeing to a minimum wage of 70,000? These are another people, machines, you know, should I say, another distractors the federal government always use to deploy, or should I say, to suppress the anger of the Nigerian people. We are demanding for 250,000 on your behalf. Yet you went behind the door to accept a minimum wage of 70,000. In the economy of Nigeria today, what will 70,000 do for you guys? What will 70,000 do for you? 70,000 that will not even take you for 2 weeks. Can't what am I talking about? A family of five, husband, wife, 3 kids. How do you want to survive? How do you want to survive with 70,000? Are you not gonna spend money on transportation? What about your bills? What about your TV bills, utility bills? Your wife will go to work. Or your wife will probably, she's a trader. Your children, you are going to pay their school fees. You have three of them. So, I mean, you guys, the NLC are not supposed to be trusted. So we don't give a damn about whatever agreement they've gone to have with the federal government. That's their own cup of tea. Okay? That's their own cup of tea. Because I know we, the Nigerian people, if we are able to push for something more, NLC would. The people, not the executive or not those ones who are the top officials of the NLC, because we know how they do it. They come out with bags of cash. No, the ordinary members of the NLC will support our cause. If we are able to achieve it, they will support our cause. So this tactics of the federal government has expired. We know there are games. We know there are schemes. I'm always very, very annoyed when I see all these things. Just all of a sudden, they are saying that you're passing a bill of 70,000, because you can see that people are hungry now. okay, and you don't want the Nigerian workers to join you, they will join us. They will definitely join us. So no matter how you try to play those cheap politics, those cheap, poor politics of yours, Tinubu, it's not going to work. Our people are angry. Our people have realized and actualized that, yes, we actually deserve more. And we are asking for that more. And with that more, we shall get. Kindly like, subscribe, and share to our channel. Do have a nice day.